Okay, so I just got done taking photos. I took about 30 pictures. I didn't take as many as I usually do because this thing's big. It's a motherfucker to move. But I thought I would do a quick assembly video. This is mainly for my client, in which the order I recommend assembling them. So it's not too difficult, but I think there's a better way to do it, or the best way to do it, so you can avoid damage. And we're gonna start off with the whale and the shark. And they key in pretty easily. Just be careful because clear resin is brittle. If you try to force these pieces in, you will snap pieces off of the base. So it just goes in and it pops right in, just like that. And you'll feel the magnets want to pull on it. On the shark head, be very careful of the teeth. They're sharp and they break easily. So when you grab the shark head, grab it from the bottom, then when you put it in, just make sure you put your hand in the mouth, but don't put any pressure on the teeth. So I've got all the pressure on the roof of his mouth. And just let it kind of go in. Again, the teeth, you'll cut yourself on the teeth or you'll break it off, because I broke one way in the beginning of the process. The next thing I'll put on is the crab. He's easy. Again, these are all magnetized, so you'll feel them kind of snug down. Crab goes in next. Next, I'd put the seahorse on. Also be careful with the seahorse, because when I took photos, I took it all apart, turned it around, and put it back together to take a back photo. When you lay it down, try to, if you need to lay this down at all, try not to lay it on the side because these are relatively fragile. So what I do is I put it between two pillows and I lay it on its back, so there's no pressure on these like horn thingies. So again, just go right in, just like that. The next thing I would do is the Leviathan. Now when you get the Leviathan, it'll be one piece, because it came as one piece, and that's the way I need to pack it. But the way I'm going to put it together right now is the back first and then the head. You can pick it up by one of these fins, and you'll be okay. They're pretty strong, so that's how I handle it. So you need to come from the back, or from the side. And I put one hand underneath the spine like this, and the other one I go in and just go real slow. There's a big key there. Don't force it down. Just slowly put it in, and you'll kind of feel it want to seat itself in there. And there you go. It goes in relatively, so everything fits very well. But again, the base is clear, all clear resin, and clear resin is brittle. So if you put any pressure on it, there's a good chance it'll break off one of the little waves. Now I put in Aquaman. And the reason I do it this order is because I have the head separate on the Leviathan. Otherwise, Aquaman is the last thing you put in. Key, and his foot fits perfectly on top of the lobster. I kept them in two pieces here because that's how it came packed. I didn't put a magnet in the waist or anything, just to weight them alone. Keep them steady, you don't have to worry about it. And then I put in Aquaman's hands. Now his left hand magnet, or his right hand magnet, it's a little on the weak side, so just be careful. I wish it was a little bit stronger. And for this chain, I'll take the chain off his wrist. If you look at the comic artwork, this chain like wraps around his waist and stuff. But I saw a photo of someone who got this piece, and they just put it around the trident, and I really like that. I wasn't a fan of it like wrapping around his body, so I just kind of. And this is how I took photos of it too. But this will be all packed in separate pieces. And this chain is pliable, so I like this kind of just wrapping around his hand and the trident like this. It looks good. And I just kind of tuck the chain down between the crab and the staff or whatever like that. And then the last thing is, or the next thing would be the head of the Leviathan. I really wish this came as two pieces packing wise, because I feel it's less chance of something getting damaged. But like I said, it came packed as one piece, so I'm going to ship it as one piece. And it fits in there very snugly. I don't think it would ship well if I didn't glue it, so I'm going to glue it. And then the very last thing I put in is the swordfish, because I'm paranoid about breaking the nose. And it slides right in. And there you go. Aquaman's complete. Now, he weighs a ton. Like I said before, the base weighs 67 pounds. If you have to move this thing, don't try to move it as one piece. You will kill yourself or drop it or break it, so to take it all apart and move it. But there you go. That's how you put this together, at least the way I put it together. I think it's the safest way to avoid anything breaking. And there you go. So, enjoy.